What's going on, y'all? It's Turnip. I'm back. It's been a few weeks without some wars, and I know you were getting hungry for some. I can just had the sensation that there was a need, a great thirst for Halo Wars that I have attempted to quench today. I've got some great games today versus Adam Herwis, aka Anders TS40 Chasms. Very good player, and we've got a multitude of games today. There are many more games that we played that he is going to be uploading to his own YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. But back to the game. I was away. I was on vacation for a little while, and I was finishing up my Friday the 13th video, so I took a little hiatus from Halo Wars, but we're back to normal, everybody. So it's Cutter versus Prophet, Cutter Prophet on Chasms. So I am going for triple gunner opening. I believe it was triple gunner, and I'm just looking for crates all around the map. I'm going to queue up gunner. So Prophet, I'm very scared of Prophet. As you all know, he is one of the best leaders in the game. Just his pure intimidation factor. I was already quivering when the match started, and I pressed the back button. So seeing what he's doing, he went temple either first or second, and he's probably clearing out his supply elevator as we speak. I'm gonna just keep getting the money. I did go gunner third, or I did go 3-hog gunner. So there's that. I'm gonna try and chase down this ghost as well while I'm tracking down. No, I don't. Okay, yes, I do. Trying to kill this ghost here so he can't pick up any crates or get any scouts off very easily. That's something that can really hurt a Covenant, is if you kill that ghost, the only way they can really scout you is if they either walk to your base with their leader or send like a boost Banshee over, and you know, that's what I end up doing most of the time. So I think he died, I'm not sure, but anyways, sending over these hogs to help clear out that supply elevator. I'm gonna build a Marine and rally him over here, try and get this money going. I never realized how many Marines were over here. There's like 7 of them. I mean rebels. There's a lot of troops. A lot for 3 little gunner hogs to deal with, but no, that ghost is still living. He's chilling right there, getting a good overview of what's going on here. He's probably like, what is going on? What kind of build is this? Barracks reactor, and then what's going to be the third building here, or the final building? That's the real question. It's going to be another barracks, because barracks are so good on this map because it's such a close quarters play style. So I'm going to send that Marine just running right into there, getting into the reactor, gonna get some more hogs out, and I'm gonna go send a scout up and see what is going on over there. What's going on at that base? I don't know, so let's see. But yeah, he is a very good player. He's been watching me for a while now. He's been playing for a long time, so I definitely appreciate playing some good games with Adam. He's a very skilled player, very skilled player. So I noticed that there's a factory coming up, so I'm going to be making Spartans and rallying them over to his base. And at the same time, I'm bringing in the gunner hogs to start some harassment. Covenant early game, it's the best to do early on when they don't have jack nada. And the Spartans are kind of rolling on up there. But yeah, pretty standard Wraith build. I'd say first want to go for, I usually buy heavy shield first, and then I start making my Wraiths. It just makes them a little more viable, but if you're desperate for units, then definitely just get those Wraiths out. Right now, he beamed one of my Spartans, not very good, and I am still targeting down these warehouses, trying to evade the Prophet. He is slowly but surely making his way over, try and attack me, but I'm gonna get really close to this Wraith, and I actually get the hijack, and that's gonna be it for that one. It's pretty hard to come back after that happens, so I know it seems like it's a little, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Seems like it might not be entirely over, but at that point, you know, I just camp more Spartans outside of his base, and it's very hard to deal with that. So on to game number 2, on to release with Forge. I think the other, yeah, Forge versus Arbiter. So this is another, I'd say it's a pretty balanced matchup if you're doing everything right. I'm going to go for Hogs early on and try to transition into some form of tank army to deal with the Arbiter, because he's so strong with the raging. He can just rage everything down. But there's the Ghost. I don't know what happened there. The collision was fantastic. I just kind of flew right through him. Kind of annoying. I think that with the Ghost, if you're just spamming X, you can't be rammed, because the AI can't target the Ghost for whatever reason. But I'm going to go see what's going on over here. I'm going to try and scout his base out. So, yeah, do that. It's another, look at that, a Ghost Ram. He's literally a ghost. He's like a phantom. He just materializes and then dematerializes whenever the Warthog passes through him. Kind of like Obito from Naruto. Have you ever seen that? That's basically what that Ghost has. He has that that ability with the Sharingan. So yeah, not looking good. I've got my Scout Hog got raged down. This other Hog sacrifices himself to destroy that Ghost, and I'm basically left with nothing. I know that the Arbiter is on his way over here, and the game previously we played, I knew that he liked to rush with his Arbiter, so I'm going to immediately spring into a defensive playstyle, get a barracks going, and a turret defending the barracks also. So I'm pretty much just sitting pretty. I say pretty a lot, don't I? It's pretty, yeah. I'm sitting pretty, getting some barracks up, and then I'm going to queue up a heavy supply pad once that's done. The Arbiter's dangerous for sure.
Turret complete.
Oh, I slept in today too. Day off today, so I'm taking it nice and easy. I'm going to queue up another Warthog for scouting purposes. I really want to understand what he is going for. At this point, I've kind of flubbed on the Hogs. I lost too many of them, and it's not going to be effective for me to go into them. Maybe I'm wrong here, but that's just what my mindset was. So I'm going to queue up some Flamers and just rally them over there to do some defense, crisp him out. Nice and crispy Arbiter damage. Suicide Grunts are going to be coming in as well to deal with the pads. The Suicide Grunts cost 160, and it takes about 2 of them to delete or kill a heavy pad. And I think that's definitely more cost effective when you're not playing against Forge, because the opponent has to spend 325 to build Abbey Pad, where Forge only has to spend 225 because he gets those upgraded right away. So I don't know if it's cost effective to do that, but I think it is cost effective to send them into a building, if that makes sense, like a building that's under construction. You know, it's raising from the ground. That will, you know, it'll delete your money, and you will also lose the building. So there's that. So I'm sending these Flamers up to just try and use them for something. I don't really know what, but I'm gonna try and see if I can clear this expo out any possible way. Get something going, because I'm on the back foot right now. I don't have much going for me, so I want to get it going, get something going. The flood bases, I think I've played this map before on my channel at one point. But if you go behind these bases right here, the little tentacles can't actually hit your units. So that's why I position them right here. And if you have Warthogs, it's even better, because the Warthogs can kill that base, and then they can hit the tentacles once the base is dead too, because of their long range. But that base is dead. I see there's a summit going up, which is unfortunate for me because I'm so far away from anti-air, and you can see right here what I mean. These guys just don't fare well against those little flood tentacles, so I'm forced to pull back. I can't afford to lose those, just in case he decides to push again with his Arbiter. It'd be very helpful. So I am gonna try and tech up into vehicle depots. That's essentially all I can do at this point, is just try to play catch up, play on the defensive, because I can't really do anything. And what I was doing there, I was clicking on his summit, and I noticed it wasn't a summit. Like, I clicked there, and I go over this in my tips and tricks video. If you click on the building, and if it doesn't say summit, then you know that building has been deleted. So I'm assuming that he's not even going into Banshees at this point. It was just a farce, which I was like, okay, so this might be actually more doable, because Banshees I was really afraid of. But if he's going into Wraith production, then I can just try and out-tank him, get into Canister Shell, and go from there, because Scorpions will definitely win 1v1 versus, you know, shielded Wraiths.
Vehicle depot complete.
So get my first tank up, and I'm gonna send my Scout Hog over again, just to kind of see what's going on, see if I can find anything else out about the base here.
Local units.
But my theory was correct. It was a Wraith switch, so I'm feeling pretty good at this moment in time that there will not be much, what's the word, resistance if he's just pumping Wraiths out of a single factory, and I'm pumping Scorpion tanks out of the single depot that I have. I think it's going to be a pretty even fight. But the Arbiter I do have to worry about. That's not very exciting. Oh, excuse me. I was having some gas, like a newborn baby, like a burp. Yeah, I was drinking some tea earlier this morning. You all know here that we support hydration very much on this channel. Hydration of any kind, mostly the waters, or should I say dihydrogen monoxide, and the tea variations. So yeah.
Local units. Local units.
Got some tanks out now. I'm looking to roll up and see what's going on here. I noticed that this base was cleared, but he's over here now. He's pushing in, and he recalls. He does not want to lose a lot of health on his Arbiter. Didn't really have the money to rage, or just didn't want to deal with it. He thought maybe there was more tanks than there actually was. Didn't want to risk the D-bomb, so he's going to get out of there. I'm going to check this base now that I know the Arbiter has to be on the other side of the map, because he just recalled, so there's no way he can get over here that fast enough. So I'm sending those in just to see what's going on, and I'm gonna bring the Flamers up to assist. So yeah, I'm gonna just move back here and have these two Scorpions attack the Flood, while I'm gonna get into Tech 3 to try and go for a Canister Shell. So I clicked there on the other. I clicked on the other supply pad, and that also was gone. So I know he's either gone into a second depot, or what? Not a depot, a second factory, a summit, or a hall. From what I saw. So I know he's going into another double unit switch. So I'm on Tech 3. I can afford to make some anti-air. I just don't know exactly what he's going to be building quite yet. Did I build a Wolverine? Yeah, I did. I was preemptively assuming that it was going to be Banshees, because I couldn't tell at this point. I was just assuming that it was going to be some Banshees to try and put a more anti-tank mix into the army. I'm going to start researching Canister Shell while I just go around. It's it's very tough this game. I wasn't able to expo. I just didn't have enough to hold the expo because the arbiter can just rage it down,
All units.
and then the wraiths can simply just attack the base. But maybe it would have been better to simply build the base and then just try and defend that base and let them, because they can't shoot both at the same time. Either one gets up or one doesn't. So there's the Banshees also. I'm going to drop the greatest carpet bomb ever. It's going to take the shields down on all those wraiths while I'm shooting the shielded ones. So that was very intelligent of me. Canister shell is coming up, but they are focusing down the vehicle depot. It's not looking good. It's almost done, but it does fall. The flamers are putting in some work too. I'm going to kill this wraith over here, and yeah, he's in a very good spot right now. It's hard to get over there. He's cleared out the depot, and my tanks are just getting stuck, and they can't fight back. So this is difficult for me to get over there. I'm going to try to come around, especially because I don't have canister shell now. It's just, it's terrible. No canister shell and no. Not very many Wolverines, or Scorpions for that matter, versus a lot of Wraiths that all their shields just came back, so I wasted that money on the carpet bomb, and I lost the depot, so I gotta wait for that to come back up. I'm gonna send this Warthog up there to die, just because, just to kind of send a last kamikaze effort up there, and he does die. D-bomb was kind of, I don't know if that was the best decision either. But he was trying to rage down the pad, so maybe he decided to get out of there after the D-bomb dropped just to avoid having to fight inside of that. So yeah, it's not looking too good here. I am definitely on the back foot right now. But this depot is coming back up. It's almost ready. Canister is about halfway done, and I'm gonna get these buildings back up and try my little hardest, my little heart out to hold on here, hold on through the storm, so we don't capsize in this little dinghy. So getting the double heal on this tank and then that pad as well to try and make use of both of them and making more tanks at the same time.
Canister shell research.
But like I was saying earlier, yeah, we played a lot more games. I just picked the games that I thought were some of the most entertaining. That's how I decide what videos I upload. I say, okay, would I watch this? Could I watch this game a few times? And if I say yes, then that's what determines if I'll upload it or not. If I think it's a good watch, or it's got some sort of X factor to it, like something kind of cool or whatnot. But you see here, he's pulled up on this base here. He's taken it very smartly. So now I'm kind of doing what I said. I have to either fight the base or fight the units, and I've just been losing an insane amount of tanks. And these wraiths are. I was actually surprised they can fight these Scorpion tanks very well, because, you know, Wraiths can take a few hits and then just be microed away. So that way the Scorpion's shields, or I mean the Wraith shields, can come back up again. But the Scorpions do not. Every hit they take is straight to their health. So building some more. Yeah, it's not looking good for me. This game is definitely going down the pooper very quickly. But I'm going to try to do one last disrespect to drop the base here. I'm going to get that going and carpet down to a cube of health. However, she still stands mighty. The canister shell I fired flew at the factory. There was no hope. Oh, it did. I think it did die. Did it die? I don't know if he self-destructed or not, but that's going to be game number 2. I'm going to take the L, and GG. Very, very GG. And we're going to be moving on here to game number 3. I think we played like 5 or 6 of them, if I can remember. It was like about an hour and a half, hour and 10 of play time. Moving on to our final map. It is going to be on Tundra, the frozen wasteland with the mega turret in the center. pretty decently balanced map in my opinion. If you can hold down the mega turret, you can do quite all right. But this is a very exciting game. Make sure you check it out all the way. There is some good twists, like a great M. Night Shyamalan movie. A lot of twists and a lot of fun play. This one's probably the most entertaining out of all three. So I'm gonna go into triple gunner opening versus the Arbiter. So I'm gonna get the ram off. I pulled a what was that guy's name? Fourth Hokage, you know, and I hit Obito finally with the. He wasn't able to phase through that ram there. So I'm thinking over here, okay, he's probably right here. I'm gonna just try and get in there and boom, get the kill on the ghost. Super good. He wasn't even able to collect a single crate of resources, so that's great for me. So I can get all of this money that's everywhere on the map. One thing I just want to be aware of is the Arbiter on this map. He can just run right up here and try and take me out. So I'm going to be kind of trying to keep my eye on him this game. My goal is to just try and get some hog numbers up and then transition into some tanks like normal. But we'll see what happens here.
Enemy engagement. Local units.
So yeah, all these crates are just open season for me. Oh yeah, I did build the barracks because, you know, I had played as Arbiter before, and I was assuming that he was going to be pushing onto my base also. So Gunner is researched. I'm gonna be looking around for some more monies, and then go give a quick scout out to see where he is and what he's up to.
Local units. Local units.
So I see the base is locked. I don't see the Arbiter. He's got some upgraded pads, and I'm gonna just keep collecting these resources while I can. I'm assuming he's either on his way to my base or trying to clear out some building. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to get the money while the Arbiter is nowhere in sight. So yeah, my secondary goal here would be to take an expo as soon as possible. Try and get a cutter base going, because that's going to be essential for me to secure the W, secure the wub.
All units.
So I'm going to clear out this base here. Also, if you didn't know, you can clear out these buildings, or these what are they called? These bases, without having to fight the turrets, as long as you position yourself properly. Kind of how I am right now, right on the diagonal to the watchtower. You can fight the base. But I don't see the Arbiter yet, and I'm gonna just keep it on doing what I'm doing. But I spoke too soon. He is here. He's now on my base. I have, I think, one upgraded pad. Yes, one upgraded pad, and he's going to target down the barracks. I'm recalling all the hogs, and I'm going to try to do a push onto him. I'm going to D-bomb and then get close to him. I'm not going to ram, because that's going to take health off of my warhogs, and I really don't want to do that right now. But I want to get him off of this base. So I'm assuming he's going to start raging. I'm just going to fall back into here. He's going to get zapped by the little zapper. And that's a successful push. A successful push back on the Arbiter there. So I was pretty proud of myself there. GG. No, not GG. This game is far from over. But D-Bomb is out of commission for now, so I really have to be aware of that Arbiter. He could shred these hogs like they're Swiss cheese, like he's got a cheese grater, because they're so weak. They're 3 red bars, no, 2 red bars and some half health. I gotta go to the store today too. I gotta buy some groceries. My fridge is basically barren. I have like, I've eaten everything. Just you know, a thought passing through my brain today. But I'm placing this warthog, this weak warthog up here. This is the scout warthog just to see what's happening, and he did his job, boy, because that arbiter was coming in hot. He was raging right over there, looking for my expo here. I'm gonna queue up gunner as well, and I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna try to get Goss and save as many of these hogs as possible. I realized there I should have deleted that. I don't know why I did that. I deleted that supply pad before I had the money to build that third reactor, which is kind of pointless if you think about it, because it builds like instantly as long as you have the money, and it just would have been quicker if I had the extra money from that pad. So don't do that, kids. Don't be like me. But Gunner is researching. I saw those grunts are now gone. He has a summit up as well, so I am gonna just try and put some pressure on it. I'm doing the same thing. I'm leaving the scout right here on this gravity lift, so I know if he's coming back. You can see on my mini map that he is actually at my base trying to cause some more damage. I got my third reactor up. He's back, so I'm gonna get out of here. This was the whole point, just to get him to recall. So now he can no longer port any grunts through. He's just gotta kind of sack him into that pad, and then walk slowly all the way back, or rage run, but then he's gonna lose money. So no bueno. And I'm just about got enough saved up for Goss. This is the worst attempt at Goss I've ever seen, because I have 3 hogs, which is terrible. 3 warthogs into Goss is definitely not ideal. There's a scout banshee he sent in just to double check if I had that base, but I bought Goss hogs and then I deleted the tech on there. So not very what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But I got Goss down teched, and I'm looking to buy another base because I need to make more hogs. Arbiter doesn't do very well against air, so I'm gonna transition into Goss Hornets to the best of my ability. I should really upgrade those pads too. I was just looking at those and they're kind of bugging me, so there we go. 3 warthogs left. He deleted that summit. I clicked on it, so I'm like, okay, this is really good then if I'm going into Hornets, because if he's not building a summit, he's either building a shield or he's building a factory. Those are the only 2 viable things that I could consider him building. Or he builds another summit. Wow, that would be like a mind-boggling move. What if he just rebuilt the same building? Oh, I've never thought about that. That would be something to see. I don't know if that works. I might have to try that out. See if you rebuild the same building. That's like true meta. Like, you think you're going for the unit switch. Like, you hear the explosion, you click, it's gone, and then it's like it's just another depot, or it's just another summit. Man, okay, that's pretty. That's like 51 level true skill strats right there. But okay, so going into Wraiths, as I was thinking, Wraiths are up, so I'm not going to be pushing onto this base really anytime soon until I have some decent numbers, or Hornets for that matter. Hornets are really good against Wraiths, good against the Arbiter, because the Arbiter cannot fly. He can jump and rage, but not over the impassable terrain, as we saw in my tips and tricks video. Arbiter's here. He's not going to let me have this. This is not very nice of him. Being kind of a meanie about that. I just wanted to have a base.
All units.
So I'm going to go over here and try to take this base that is a little more difficult to acquire because of it's got multiple turrets. You can't do that strategy I was talking about earlier. You just diagonal yourself on it. Well, after you kill one of these turrets you can, but they do force you to fight it. That's why most people go for those side bases, because they are easier to kill. or yeah, easier to take control of and spend less units on. But this one is in a tactically superior position because you can defend both of these bases quite easily. So hogs are just putting in work. We're just trying to do our best to survive, and I'm queuing up multiple units and just keeping it real, keeping it for Rizze. I don't want him to do that base, to buy that base like he did last game. That would really put a poop in my punch bowl, per se. So I'm gonna go over here and I run right into the Arbiter and the Wraiths. Not good. I lose pretty much all my hogs, and I queued up a tactical elephant there, but I'm gonna be deleting that for warthogs in inferior choice. I'm gonna put these Hornets on the high ground to avoid the Arbiter, and just focus fire down on these guys here. Gonna kill a Wraith, and then yeah, gonna just keep building units. But I'm gonna just go for the counter push right now. Hornets are pretty good at killing those blessed pads, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable about having just 1 or 2 Hornets on defense, just because they do not die very fast to the Wraith cannons. So I see he's transitioned back into summits, going for the anti-air. So he's going to go for vampires, and I'm just going to try to avoid this Arbiter recall. And now is my chance to sneak that Expo if he hasn't already. I'm just hoping he has not bought it. But I'm going to try to strip his pads at the same time.
Local units. Local units. Local units.
No base, which is great for me, so I'm going to do a little ninja base over here while this whole thing is going down. I've got the Arbiter distracted at home. Wraiths are at my main base right now. His economy is kind of hurting. I think he only has 3 warehouses right now to my 4, and he's also raging at the same time, so he's spending money on that too. But you can see as I go back up on the high ground, he stops raging because he definitely does not want to lose his Arbiter. And I'm going to keep dropping warehouses down. So it's not the easiest thing to deal with this as Arbiter unless you have vampires. But I've been forgetting to build on this base for the longest time, and I think I just finally queued up a building on it as these Wraiths are still putting some DPS down. Finally, there we go. I queue up a pad on it, and I'm gonna get the Warthog support out, because if you know anything about vampires, they're very weak to Gosshogs, which is good for me. It's a good combo, and now I've got this base up also while the Wraiths are making their way towards the back of the base. And then I recalled the Hornets because I didn't want them all to die to the Arbiter raging me down. So we're gonna push this off here and just continue the production of the unit production.
All units. All units.
Base is coming up now nicely, so I'm feeling very confident now with the way this is turning out. Now I get a double pump of Gosshogs, and also I've still got a good amount of Hornets to defend myself with. So we're looking pretty good. And the base has got a few buildings on it, so that's definitely more tough to kill. And I'm gonna send most of my stuff back to do some offense and check for some buildings, check for some bases.
All units. All units. All units.
There is the vampire. The vampire scout came in and he saw that the base was up, so he's forced to deal with this, and if he wants to make anything happen. The Wraiths are coming in, and also I've got a good amount of hogs to deal with this, but you can see how quickly that those guys shred the vampires, which makes it very hard for them to deal with the Gosshogs. Arbiter is going to get debombed. This game is coming to a close. Thank you guys so much for watching. GG's to Adam. Like I said again, he said he was going to upload some more of the videos, so if you want to see some more games, check out his channel. I'm going to link it down below, but I'll catch you real soon. Thanks again for watching. I'm the boy Turnip. Peace.